everybody! Good day! And again, I'm here, Teacher Julie, and we'll be teaching you a new lesson for today. Okay? Before we go on to our main lesson, I have here a paragraph that I will be reading for you. And later on, after I finish reading this, I have a questions and will be answered abruptly. Okay? So just listen carefully to this paragraph which talks about Manny Pacquiao. Okay? The Filipino people take pride each time the people's champ Manny Pacquiao wins a boxing fight. Manny earned the respect of other boxers due to his boxing titles. With his numerous victories, he is considered the greatest Filipino boxer by many boxing analysts in the world. Despite all the recognitions he got, Manny remains to be a deeply religious person. He remains his mother's son. Junicia Pacquiao, Manny's mother, taught him about God's message. Now that he is rich, Manny's children are assured of a good life ahead of them. So as you can see here, this paragraph is talking about Manny, how he became rich and how he earned respect of other boxing titles and all of the people in our country, not just in our country but all over the world. Okay, so what do you notice here? Did you notice here that I have used underlined words? We have people's champ, mother's son, Manny's mother, and God's message. So as you can see, they are underlined here. We have here an underlined nouns. Okay? So, what do you think the underlined nouns indicate here? What do you think is this underlined noun for? Why are they underlined? As you can see, what can you notice about those underlined nouns? Okay? As you can see here in our underlined nouns, they are all has apostrophe and an S. People's champ, mother's son, Manny's mother, God's message. So as you can see, there are apostrophe and S in each nouns. Okay? So what do we call those nouns that has apostrophe and an S? Okay? In your previous lesson last year, what are those nouns that we call or that has an apostrophe and S? What do we call that? Okay? Okay, again, that is a possessive noun. Okay? So these nouns that has apostrophe and S shows us that they are the owner of something. Okay? So it shows possession. Okay? That someone is possessing something. So people's champ, mother's son, Manny's mother, God's message. Okay? So it shows ownership. It shows who is the owner of something. Okay? So again, by this paragraph, we learn that the apostrophe and S that can be used in nouns or that can be added in the nouns are what we called again as the possessive nouns. Okay? So, we know what are the possessive nouns. Those are the words that has apostrophe and S or that has apostrophe at the end of the noun. But how are we going to form the possessive nouns? Okay? So here in our lesson, we are going to learn how to form or how to make a possessive noun. So this lesson is about possessive forms of nouns. So therefore, there are rules. Okay? So the first one is we have adding an apostrophe and an S to a singular noun. So you are going to add apostrophe and S to the singular noun. So for example, we have here teacher, parent, ara, Joshua, they are all singular noun, talking about only one noun. So, to make it possessive noun, we have to add apostrophe and s. Teacher's pet. Who owns the pet? The teacher. Okay? Whose consent? The parent. Okay? Whose treatment? It is Ara's treatment. Whose bag is it? It is Joshua's bag. So, therefore, by the apostrophe and s, we can know or we can tell who is the owner of something. Okay? We are using apostrophe and s to show ownership. Okay? So, that is why we called it possessive noun. Okay? Next rule is adding an apostrophe and an s to singular noun ending in s. So, for example, class donations. Okay? So, here, this is singular noun, class, talking about only one class. Okay? So, the singular noun that ends with s, we can add apostrophe and s to the end or at the end to show its ownership, to show that they are the owner of something. Class's donation. Okay? Whose donation is it? It's the class's donation. Okay? So again, if the noun is singular and has s at the end, we can add apostrophe and s in it. Okay? To show that they are the owner of the thing. Okay? Next one. We have here adding an apostrophe and an s to proper nouns ending in s except for biblical names. So we can add apostrophe and s to the proper nouns except to biblical names. Okay? For example, Rose's residence, Julius' girlfriend. So this is proper noun, Roses. Si Roses and si Julius, they are proper nouns, specific person. Okay? So, we add apostrophe and s in it. Okay? But for the proper nouns that are biblical names, we can just add apostrophe to make it possessive noun. Okay? Jesus' teachings, Moses' mothers. Okay? We just add apostrophe to make it a possessive noun. Okay? Unlike the proper nouns here, that is not biblical names, we can add apostrophe and s. Okay? For them to show possession. Okay? Whose resident it is? It is the Rose's residence. Whose girlfriend is Max? It is Julius' girlfriend. She is Julius' girlfriend. Okay? So, to the proper nouns ending in s, we can add apostrophe and s. But, to the biblical nouns that ends in s, we can just add apostrophe at the end. Okay? To show its ownership. To show that they are the owner of something. Next one, we have adding an apostrophe and an s to plural nouns that do not end in s. So, to the plural nouns that does not end with s, we can add again apostrophe and s. So, women and children are talking about more than one. Okay, women. We are talking about more than one woman here. Children. Okay? So, they are plural nouns that does not end with s. They do not have end at the end. They end with n. Women, children. So, if you see a plural noun that does not end with s, you are going to add apostrophe and s to make it a possessive noun. Women's, children's. Whose comfort room is this? Women's comfort room. Whose party is this? It is the children's party. Okay? So again, to those plural nouns that does not end with s, we can add apostrophe and s to show its possession. To show that they are the owner of something. Okay? Next one, we have here adding an apostrophe to plural nouns ending in s. So, if you see a plural nouns that can end with s, you are just going to add apostrophe. Again, plural nouns, writers, birds. Okay? Our nouns here are talking about more than one. So they are plural nouns. So birds, writers, they ends with S. So therefore, you are not going to add another S. Just add apostrophe to make it possessive noun. Okay, are we clear? Birds' wings. Writer's convention. Okay, just add apostrophe to the plural nouns that is ending in S. Okay, to make it possessive noun. Next one, using of phrase for non-living things nouns. Okay, so you are going to use of phrase to the objects only. Okay, for example, case of the cellular phone, remote control of the television. Okay, you can't say television's remote control. No, because they are only object. They are non-living things. Therefore, you have to use of phrase. Okay, of. We called it of phrase because there is of. Okay, and this is a phrase. Case of the cellular phone, remote control of the television. Okay, so these are phrase and it has of. So we called it of phrase. Okay, again, use of phrase for non-living things of nouns. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the summary of our lesson, and I want you to copy this on your notebook, on your English notebook rather, and just pause this video while you are copying. Okay, and this is the continuation of our summary. Again, pause the video while you are copying. So, I hope you learn and understand our lesson for today. And if you have any question, just comment below. And thank you for listening. Goodbye!